I'm 31 years old, and I've officially become the common denominator in a series of romantic train wrecks, 3 serious boyfriends, 3 introductions to my parents, 3 ghostings within 48 hours of the appetizers being served. It's not me. Well, okay, maybe it is me because I'm the one who keeps leading these poor guys into the lion's den. See, my parents have this uncanny, almost supernatural ability to sniff out a man's deepest insecurity and poke it with a hot iron before the main course even hits the table. My first boyfriend back in college, my dad somehow turned a conversation about the local economy into a literal shouting match in the driveway. The guy didn't even get his dessert. He just peeled out of the neighborhood and blocked my number before he even hit the interstate. With the second one, my mom spent 2 hours asking about his long-term financial stability until he looked like he wanted to crawl into the floorboards and die. They didn't just dislike these guys. They dismantled them. They made them feel like they weren't enough for me, while simultaneously making me feel like I was a burden. These men weren't equipped to handle. And then came Lucas. Lucas is different. He's the kind of guy who listens way more than he talks. He's got this grounded, seen-it-all energy that usually makes me feel safe. We've been together for 18 months and things are amazing, but last week he finally laid down the law. He told me very calmly that he wouldn't move in with me until he met the folks. He called it a transparency thing. I called it a death wish. I tried every excuse in the book. I told him, oh, they're traveling, they're joining a cult, they've developed a sudden violent allergy to people named Lucas. He didn't buy it. He just looked at me with those steady eyes and said, Mary, if we're building a life together, I need to see the foundation you started on. So last Saturday, I finally drove him to the suburban fortress of doom. My heart was doing 90 in a 35 zone. The entire way there, I was sweating through my silk blouse ready for the interrogation. The passive-aggressive jabs, the whole 9 yards. But when we walked in, they were nice. Almost too nice. My dad offered Lucas a beer, like they were old war buddies. My mom was gushing over his career in architecture, asking him about the soul of a building. I sat there with my back straight, waiting for the trap to spring. I was waiting for the mask to slip. Then halfway through the pot roast, it happened. My dad leaned back, took a slow sip of his wine and said, you know, Lucas, it's a real shame. Mary isn't more like her cousin Sarah. Sarah actually knows how to keep a house. Mary's always been a bit scattered. Hard to manage, really. You'll see what I mean. Once the honeymoon phase wears off, he said it with a smile, like it was just a helpful tip for a new car owner. The table went ice cold. I felt that familiar burning in my throat that I'm not good enough. Feeling that had ruined every relationship before this one. But Lucas didn't flinch. He didn't look uncomfortable. He just set his fork down, looked my dad dead in the eye and said, I'm not looking for a housekeeper, sir. I'm looking for a partner. And from where I'm sitting, Mary's been doing a hell of a job at that, despite having a pretty difficult map to follow. We left 10 minutes later. I didn't even say goodbye to my mom in the car. I started shaking, waiting for the, I can't do this family drama speech I was waiting for him to tell me. I was too much work. Instead, Lucas just grabbed my hand at a red light and said, well, now I know why you were hiding them. They don't want you to be happy, Mary. They want you to be small. He squeezed my hand and added, let's get you moved in tomorrow. We're building our own house, and trust me, they aren't